Welcome back to the Daily Mail FTM YouTube channel. It's Sunday, and this week we are talking about how it gets better and the topic discussion of how things get better as you move on through your transition. The first bit is tough for sure. I would say the hardest is actually the beginning. Not even just coming out, but coming to acceptance with yourself is one of the hardest things. And worrying about how other people in varying, importance of your life, your family, your friends, your significant other, your work, your school, that is, how they're going to react is the hardest part about being trans. Everything else kind of falls into place as you go along because, as you become happier with yourself, you become happier with yourself, and other people, it reflects on other people, and it inevitably begins to be reality for them. That's not the case for everyone in everybody's life. Everybody's different, and everybody has different support systems in their life. With that being said, it does get better as you go along, and that's something that most trans people can say. Not all of them, but I mean, the grand scheme of things is things are getting better. With the legalization in the States, for example, of gay rights in every state is one of the examples of how it's taken them that long to get to that point. I use Canada as an example because we've had legalization since 2005, and we've had, there's discrimination and stuff like that, but it's a step in the right direction. Acceptance of yourself is one of the hardest things, and I think once you get down to it and you realize when you come to acceptance with yourself, anything is possible. Once you're in the right mindset, you talk to people and you feel better about it because you know what you're talking about. You come from a right place, you feel right, and it just rolls. Everything rolls from there. You just have to be in the right mindset, and people write letters and emails and phone calls and whatever, and it depends on the person. Personally, I didn't start feeling better and well until I was a few months on testosterone, when I started looking and feeling more masculine. My body was helping with that for sure. That's when I started to feel better and started that it was really starting to benefit me, and I was really in the right mindset. It took a long time because I did not have the support that I was expecting, and I did not have positive reviews from really anybody. Well, a few people, but not very many is what I thought. And it just progressively got better and better. I still don't have a lot of support, but I started feeling better, and that's when it got better for me, is when I started feeling better. And when you start feeling better about yourself, as I said earlier, it doesn't really matter. Once you get older, I'll be 22 in like a month. I'm moving in like 3 weeks, moving to a new city. I've got myself a name change. My gender marker was changed. I am meeting with a surgeon for top surgery on the 14th of August. A lot of things are rolling in the right direction for me. I'll be 8 months on T right away. Things are really rolling in the right direction for me, and I've done it all myself. I've taken myself to this point, and I feel amazing. So essentially what I mean is that everybody's, gets better point is going to be different. Some people, as soon as they start T, they start feeling better. Some people, once they've had surgery, they start feeling better. Once they have a name change, they start feeling better. Once they get accepted by their family and friends, they start feeling better. It really just depends on the person. But the moral to this story is that it does get better, and it will get better over time. You start to realize eventually if some certain people aren't going to be supportive of you, you don't need them in your life. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life. Family, friends, mom, dad, boyfriend, girlfriend, doesn't matter. If they are not being helpful and beneficial and supportive, what good are they to you in your life? Family, whether by blood or by marriage, yes, it's good to have that support. Yes, they'll always love you. But if they're not supporting you and they're not being there for you, then really, what is the point? You know what I mean? I've been out for a little over 4 years now, and transitioning for the last, I started T almost 8 months ago, and it really didn't feel like it got started until I started T, kind of thing, because people are still going to refer to you as female anyway, so you don't feel like you started anyway. But like I said, it is different for everyone. So just always remember that it does get better. You want to be in the right mindset. You want to feel good about yourself. You want to feel supported and feel loved. And you just got to find those people. And it may be hard to find at first, but once you do, they'll love you forever. And if somebody really loved you, they'll accept you for who you are, respect you for who you are, and you won't have to try anymore. So that's a wrap for this week's video. I will see you guys next week. Have a good week.